Yo, what's up, everybody? It's B Militant. Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host here on the Redskins review. You guys, we just got done watching the first preseason game of the season, the Redskins versus the Browns, and just disappointed, man. I mean, I'm not too disappointed because I kind of expected this. I expected it to go just how it went. Every single year, we're coming out here not looking prepared. Jay Gruden, I said it in my I said it in a past video. What is my biggest concern of this offseason, or concern in this season coming up? And that's Jay Gruden has to prove himself. And here we go again, another year where we come out and we don't look prepared. What unit did we just watch that looked prepared? Because I didn't see not a one. I just turned it. The game has like 3 minutes left. Just turned it off. Went to go brush my teeth, and coming back just in a second, and they were running a punt back for a touchdown. So not one phase of the game, not one unit of the Redskins looked prepared at all. No, like, so, I would say, I'm disappointed, but I'm not really that disappointed because I kind of foreseen this coming. I think this is why a lot of us think that the Redskins' year is not going to be that good this year. We've been saying this. We've been saying the people that we have, it doesn't look like we're going to have a very good year. Quarterbacks didn't look so hot. Case Keenum clearly should be the starter out of what I just saw. First of all, there wasn't much to be impressed about tonight. This was the Jimmy Moreland show, all right? I'll get into that in a minute. This was the Jimmy Moreland show, all right? But besides that, there wasn't too much to be impressed by. The only play by a quarterback that really impressed me was Case Keenum. When he scanned the field and said, "Hey, I got to run for this first down," he didn't hesitate, which tells me he's thinking through his reads and stuff. He knows what he's supposed to do, and that's why I have already been saying, and a lot of other people have been saying, he's the starter. He should be the starter. Now, did he look good the rest of the whatever, how many drives he played? No, he didn't look that good. He looked okay. He didn't look that good. So, yeah, not looking so hot. Quarterback situation, not looking so hot. There are a few bright spots, okay? Jimmy Moreland, Wes Martin, Cole Holcomb, and I'm sure I'm forgetting just a couple more guys. Some of these guys looked good, man. Jimmy Moreland, it was the Jimmy Moreland show. What a beast. What a beast. And it's sad, though. It's just sad. This is Redskins football for you. I'm about to break down Redskins football for you right now. I'm sitting here watching Jimmy Moreland tearing it up, dude. Just tearing it up. And then I have to sit there and think, oh, shit, you know what, though? This guy kind of reminds me of somebody. Jimmy Moreland, this whole situation with Jimmy Moreland kind of reminds me of someone that we just had a couple years ago named Kendall Fuller. And yet again, I'm smacked in the face with, this is why the Redskins are not successful. This is why we cannot sustain success. We're sitting here watching Jimmy Moreland. For all I'm concerned, rest that dude next week. Jimmy Moreland doesn't need to play next week. He's proved himself enough. I know the dude can play. Play him in the third preseason game, the dress rehearsal. Play him in that game. Don't play him the fourth game. That dude's starting. He doesn't need to prove anything else to me. I seen enough of him tonight. He might have even should have been taken out before he played deep into the third quarter. All right, I think he probably should have even been taken out earlier. The dude makes plays. We don't need to see anything else. But what I'm talking about, where I got smacked in the face with the definition of the Redskins and why we cannot have success, I just told you. He reminds me of who? Kendall Fuller. The issue with the Redskins is, imagine taking that talent, Jimmy Moreland, and having him on the same team with the talent that we saw from Kendall Fuller. We're never getting these players on the same team. We're fumbling talent. We're losing talent. We might be getting some talent. With Cole Holcomb seems pretty kind of promising. Troy Apke had a really impressive play where Troy Apke, he was deep. He was deep downfield, and he came screaming up and came all the way and stopped a run. It wasn't in the backfield, but it was only for like 2 yards, a 2-yard gain or something. But the amount of ground that he traveled to get and had a very instinctive play, that was impressive. There's a few guys that are impressive, but like we're not getting the talent that we need all on the same team. We're losing talent. Trent Williams, another example. And yet again, Wes Martin. I am a huge Wes Martin fan after what I just saw. I think Wes Martin is going to be a great pick for us. I think he's going to be a great guard for us. Now, here's the same issue. The same issue that smacks me in the face when I see Wes Martin out there. When Wes Martin came in, I think the third quarter, Jay Gruden, he's a kind of smart guy, right? He said, okay, Wes Martin, I really like Wes Martin. We're going to put him out there. And what we're going to do is instantly, when we put Wes Martin out there, what does he do? He runs the ball to his side like 3 times in a row. And we haven't been able to run the ball all damn day. And then we're picking up yards with running the ball. We're testing Wes Martin is what we were doing. And he was looking good, all right? And I have a really good feeling that Wes Martin's going to be a very good guard for us. Here's the issue. The same issue with Jimmy Moreland that smacked me in the face. The same issue with Wes Martin. Wes Martin's great, right? And what would be great? Having 2 great guards, right? But what are we doing right now? We're not paying Brandon Sheriff. We're not taking care of Brandon Sheriff. So what's going to happen? Classic Redskins stuff is going to happen. I'm telling you this is going to happen already. We're not going to pay Brandon Sheriff. And then guess what? We're going to be still looking for a second guard. We're going to be sitting here with Wes Martin on the team, taking Brandon Sheriff's spot, and we're not going to have another guard. That's what's going to happen. That's the issue with the Redskins. We can't get all this talent together on the same team at the same time. It just the organization is just ran poorly. They fumble every situation, just like with how bad that offensive line was the entire night tonight. That has me so scared. That has me so scared. I understand our starters didn't really play, but my God. They're besides Wes Martin really, and I guess I didn't really hone in on Penn too much. I mean, he's and also he's rusty, so he gets a pass, but we didn't run the football. We couldn't pass protect. We got Dwayne Haskins out here getting lit up, and and in my opinion, he should have been taken out of the game way sooner, man. Like he's out here throwing interceptions, really ugly interceptions. I can't believe there's people out there who really just sat here and thought for sure that this dude's going to be the starter, day one starter. What you just saw witnessed today is clearly why what most of us have been saying. Case Keenum is the starter, okay? Why is he a starter? Colt McCoy, like what he can do. He's injury prone. We can't start the season with someone who's going to play 6, 7, 8 games and then get hurt. We can't do that. You're setting yourself up for failure. Case Keenum, I'm not an expert on Case Keenum, but I know the past couple of years he hasn't been hurt, right? He's played decent football. Not great football. He's had one good year, but just decent football. Our quarterback situation sucks, dude, all right? It sucks. So, to me, tonight just reaffirmed everything I already knew and what you should have already even known. Case Keenum is the clear starter. Is he good? No, he's not that good. But what I saw was him actually go through his reads, him actually make some smart decisions. Had a couple passes that weren't so great, but like I said, had the one play where he was heads up and ran for the first down, a pretty big first down. We needed it. And even though it's blown coverage to Robert Davis, who yet again, I'm glad Robert Davis came back and looks healthy. I've always been a Robert Davis fan when we drafted him, but he's been hurt, and my feelings on people who are hurt and cannot contribute to the team. They're the issue with the team. So we can't harbor injury-prone players. But Robert Davis came out today, had a really good showing. And yes, the touchdown from Keenum to Robert Davis was a blown coverage. But hey, still, I mean, he still did his job. He still got the ball to him. Robert Davis did his job, got the touchdown. And yeah, the quarterback situation is not so hot, and that's why a lot of us think that this year is going to be a bad year for the Redskins. But there's still hope, and the hope is we didn't see the starters really. There was a lot of starters not playing today, and most importantly, the strength of our football team, the defensive line, was not playing today. We didn't get to see Montez Sweat. We didn't get to see Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, Matt Ioannidis. We didn't get to see these guys. We didn't get to see Ryan Kerrigan out there. That's the only hope that I have right now, is that we didn't see the brightest spot of our football team yet. But the offense is looking real shit. The offense is looking garbage. The offensive line has me scared to death, dude. What I saw today, that offensive line, every single iteration of offensive line that we put in there looked bad, dude, real bad. And yet again, this comes back down to why I'm so back and forth on Jay Gruden. I like Jay Gruden sometimes, and I hate him other times. And it's just like there's no consistency. There's no consistency, and every single year we come out here and we don't look prepared. We just don't look prepared. And also Greg Minuski, this game right here, the way that at times the Browns were just moving around, just moving up and down the field as however they wanted. Greg Minuski, he's on my hot seat already, dude. It's the first game of the preseason. You're already on my shit list so far, dude. I didn't like anything I saw really from the defense out there. What I saw out there was individual effort from people like Jimmy Moreland breaking up touchdown passes, which although I thought that might have even really been a touchdown, but still you can't ask for more effort from a guy on that type of play. Cole Holcomb wasn't extremely impressed with him, but still he looked solid, and he had the one rundown. He ran down the guy who DeShazer Everett missed, and pretty much stopped a touchdown. So, effort. I'm going to give the guy room to improve and see what he does next week. But there's people who are on my shit list, and Dwayne Haskins is kind of on that shit list so far, man. And like I said, I'm not a Dwayne Haskins lover. I didn't love the pick of Dwayne Haskins, all right? We need a quarterback, and we got what we thought was going to be the best one. Meanwhile, I told you as well, don't sit there and laugh about the Daniel Jones pick. Daniel Jones went out there and went 5 for 5 for 70 yards and a touchdown on his first time touching the ball in the NFL, and then got just swept out of the game. Hey, you did your job. You were good. We saw Dwayne Haskins out there struggling. Some of the dumbest interceptions I've seen in a while. His arm talent looks great, and that's what we knew about Dwayne Haskins. The ball coming out of his hand, when he has the power, he has the size, and I saw something that just, oh man, it hurts. It hurts to see. How many times do we see Dwayne Haskins run the football today? I don't ever want to see Dwayne Haskins running a damn football, okay? Not ever do I want to see him running a football. He ran the ball like 3 times on his first drive or something. No, I don't want to see that shit. I do not want to see that. That is not Dwayne Haskins, and that's also partly the offensive line. The offensive line was garbage all day. But still, I know that's the last that hurt my brain to see. I just did not want to see Dwayne Haskins running the damn football, okay? And Dwayne Haskins, a guy who had 50 touchdowns and 8 interceptions in his 1 year they played in college, and everybody's super excited about that, had 2 interceptions in his first game. I mean, come on, man. I'm sitting here trying to tell you he's not the clear starter. Case Keenum's a clear starter, and there's still so many people that are on that hype train for a guy who's inexperienced. And I want him to sit out the year. If we're doing really bad down the road, he can play this season, but he needs to sit. He needs to sit after, and I understand it's just 1 game. I mean, he needs to sit. And I did like some things I saw from Dwayne Haskins after the 2 interceptions that he threw. He still came back and he still played and he took hits and he got back up and he didn't, he still did his job. And then he had the one throw to the out. He escaped the tackle and ran to the outside and threw the ball. And then when he got up, he was pretty animated, but he looked like, he didn't look down or anything. Like, he looked like, whatever, I'm going to get back up and I'm going to try again. There are things that I like about Dwayne Haskins, but what I'm saying is I'm going to be cautiously optimistic about Dwayne Haskins. I don't think he's just going to come in here and be the starter this year and save the Redskins. The Redskins football, if we're going to do anything this year, it's going to be Adrian Peterson, Adrian Peterson, Adrian Peterson, and a defensive line. That's how the Redskins are going to do anything this year, if we do anything. We might not. I don't know. I don't think we're going to have that good of a season. I've been saying that. But today was kind of depressing. Jimmy Moreland, I cannot say enough. That guy, he don't even play him next week. Don't risk this kid's season. I want to see stuff like Darius Geis next week. I want to see someone who has something to prove. Jimmy Moreland doesn't have shit to prove to me. All right, I just seen what the Jimmy Moreland show is. The dude's a playmaker. Get him to the regular season. Get him to the third game of the preseason. I don't need to see that kid next week. Besides, maybe if you want to put him out there with the starters for the first drive of the damn game or something, okay. Besides that, you get that kid to the regular season. Let him make plays in the damn season. I know what Jimmy Moreland's about, all right? And that's what I'm saying. We don't have enough Jimmy Morelands on the football team. We don't have enough playmakers on the football team. That's why I don't think we're going to have that good of a season. And just to go back into, like I said earlier, we're not getting enough playmakers on the same team at the same time. We're sitting here, we're fumbling the Trent Williams situation, which, by the way, I forgot to add this in my Trent Williams video that I made yesterday. I don't really care whose fault it is, but if Trent Williams says he doesn't want to be here and he doesn't want to be a Redskin, fine, leave. I don't care. You're not if you do not want to be here, if you do not want to be a Redskin, get out. There's no room. Do you think the other Gruden would sit there and let that happen? Do you think the other Gruden would let Mason Foster say shit about the fans and stuff like that and let it go? No. You don't want to. I understand this is a shittily ran organization. I get all that, but if you don't want to be here, peace. If you publicly sit here and are saying, I'm not going to show up, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that. When you are a fan favorite and you're going to do shit like that, peace out, dude. We have a rookie quarterback who's out here trying to, brighten everybody's optimistic futures. We're sitting here trying to be optimistic about the future, and we can't even protect anybody. We have a shitty offensive line out there, and you're gonna sit at home and not want to be here with the team. It's whatever, man. And that's the thing is, how much I don't like how this team is ran. But if you're gonna sit here and just not want to be a Redskin, like he said, there's reports of him multiple times saying he wants to be traded and shit like that, then leave, dude. I don't want you here. If you don't want to be here, you're not gonna be here. And I'm only saying that because the future of this organization, that's how we have to be. If we want to have a successful organization, that's a mindset we need to put down. And if people don't think that way, if you're not gelling, that's why there's a clip of Jay Gruden, and he's sitting there and he's talking about Jonathan Allen and Deron Payne, and he says, "This is the future of the Washington Redskins." I'm sitting there yup. That makes a lot of sense. Those two guys are the future of this organization, and those are hard-nosed guys. They don't, I love DJ Swanger, but they're not DJ Swanger. Those are the type of guys who are going to come in, listen to the coach, and put their nose down and grind and be a hard worker and lead by example. That's the future of this organization. If we want to be successful, that's the future. I love DJ Swanger, but And I don't. Yes, even though the guys like Jonathan Allen and stuff like that, they're hard workers. They're gonna sit down. They're not gonna talk back. They're not gonna open their mouth. They're gonna lead by example. But we need real coaches to coach them. We need someone to put these guys in the right position. We have one of the best offensive line coaches in a long time, and even Donald Penn he's like, yeah, I came here because I wanted to work with him. There's something up. There's something up, dude. There's something going on that we're just never prepared. We're never prepared. Real fast, before I get out of here, I don't want this video to be too much longer. I'm going to go through some of my notes real fast. DeShazer Everett had an up and down day. The offense looks terrible. We did have the one nice goal line stand. Fabian Moreau, I wrote down Fabian Moreau looks slow to me. I don't know. I know he's a big guy for a corner, but he just looked really slow to me. I wrote down Jimmy Moreland's going to be a steal. when he forced the first fumble. I read that. I was like, Jimmy Moreland's going to be a steal. He's going to be a steal, one of the steals of the draft. Haskins' first pass was a 27-yard pass, but we already talked about all this stuff. And another thing, I would have said this was a successful night if we came out of here with no injuries. We had what I think is only one injury to McKenzie. Don't know how bad he's going to be injured. So on that front, I think we did okay. I think we came out of here with not too many injuries. Josh Harvey Clemens gets his hands up and blocks a pass. Greg Minuski's already on my shit list so far. So another thing I want to talk about right before I get out of here, we saw it in this game too. Something the Redskins do not do enough, and it's on both sides of the ball. On offense, we try to throw a deep pass to Robert Davis, and what happens? The corner or safety, whoever it was, they panic, and they get pass interference, and we get like a 30-yard pass down the field just because we tried it, and we scared the defense. I've seen that work so many times. I'm not a Ravens fan, but I watched Ravens football all my life because I watched football all my life. And something that they used to do with Joe Flacco's not a very good quarterback, but he has a big arm, and what he would do, he would see someone like one-on-one on the outside, and he would just throw the ball up. And it would scare the shit out of the defenders, and they would get so many pass interference calls down the field. They moved down the field so many times because of that. We don't do that enough. We don't take deep shots enough. We don't even try. And this is one of the outcomes that can happen. And on the same drive, we go down and we score a touchdown, and that helped. We don't do that enough, and I've been saying that since last year and the year before. We don't even try down the field stuff enough. And then it goes to the defense. It's the same exact thing. We don't send pressure enough. We don't blitz enough. When we blitz, we get holding calls. Or we rough up the quarterback, or we make them throw an errant throw. We don't send enough pressure, man. And admittedly, Greg Minuski's better than who we had before, but man, still, there's still more to be desired, you know. And there's just so many things that's sitting here. It's just like these are some key things that aren't hard to see, and I don't understand how we're not making these adjustments. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Let me know what you guys think about the game. What do you think about Dwayne Haskins? What do you want to see next week? Are you worried after seeing this game? You know, it's the preseason. I'm not extremely worried. Plus, because I already knew that I wasn't expecting much today. I mean, the bright spot was Jimmy Moreland. That dude can put a smile on your face seeing the talent coming out of there. And you know, it just makes it even that much better with his size. You know, like, you know, him just sitting here proving, you know, like I belong here. I'm gonna be a star. I'm not gonna let my size hold me back. This is who I am. I'm going to make plays. So, hell to the Redskins, guys. See you in the next one. Peace.